Yo, what's up? This is Alex Ludovico, and you're checking in with the Cabbages podcast. I'm really high. Sorry.
Oh my God, he's got so many excuses.
The
Uh,
gummy is kicking my ass right now.
hey, what's up? This is Jason Griff, and you are listening to the Cabbages podcast, where we talk about the worst movies ever and then never talk about them again.
Fuck yeah, Cabbages. Yeah.
This movie sucks
so fucking much.
E. I mean, some things make me want to put the cabbages warning on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's some other things, and we'll get into it. We have wonderful guests today.
Great guests
We'll
today.
we'll get into this thing. We'll find a way forward through it. But like there's a particular kind of sucking this does. Like it sucks.
It sucks.
It really sucks.
Yeah.
But it has a particular suckiness
Mm-hmm.
that benefits the show too much.
Okay.
Like if you were to want to watch this before you listen to the episode, I'd be like, go ahead. We've covered so many movies during this season that are not our forte.
Yeah, right.
We found a way because we're professionals. We're nothing if not professionals. But
Season 8.
season 8, baby. But like they weren't our specialty. And this sort of thing is the plot holes, the sheer idiocy, Martin fucking Landau.
Before it
The
Landau.
original Mission Impossible man.
Dude, this is definitely
And
a Cabbages
Oscar
movie.
holder
Yeah.
of I believe, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's an Oscar winner.
That's a fucking winner.
Look at him. I can see him behind you. Look at him.
Fucking winner.
It's worth it if you want to follow along, I guess.
I would agree with you that this is definitely the kind of film that we excel at discussing. Like we're talking about wrestling stuff, which has been sort of the outlier, but like the kind
This
of
movie is all wrestling all the way through its entire bloodline.
but it's
It
also
leaked
like
into real wrestling hard.
yeah. And I know we're going to talk about that.
Yeah,
But like
I got thoughts.
if you guys haven't figured it out yet, because you didn't look at the description or you're not watching the video, we're talking about Ready to Rumble today.
Ready to Rumble.
2000s Ready to Rumble starring
The champ.
WCW World Heavyweight Champion David Arquette and Scott Caan. We've got two great guests today.
We
We've
do.
got Jason Griff and Alex Ludovico of Insubordinate Records. Their
The
first
big
time on
question's
show.
coming.
So the big question, okay.
Is
Which
it a good, bad movie?
Oh, we're gonna have to address that. This is definitely the thing, but I don't think we're gonna get there until we have the conversation. This is like,
Of course. I haven't made up my mind.
we're gonna delve into this. We're gonna go real deep into this shallow pool. All right, I am excited to introduce our guests for today's show. It's been a long time coming for sure. Joining us now is Jason Griff. First coming to my attention with the punk rock inspired showcase Fireside Chats, the Chicago based producer has had a particularly productive year through the artist run Insubordinate Records imprint. This includes team ups with Rapswell, Stan Ipkiss, and most recently Jesse the Tree on the Spruce Almighty EP. Also joining us today is Alex Ludovico. You've probably heard this Gary, Indiana native rapping on albums by Wrecking Crew members and recurring Cabbages podcast guests Curly Castro and Zilla Rocca. He's also an Insubordinate Records mainstay, having dropped projects there, including Cocaine and Therapy, as well as this year's Yesterday's Weirdness is Tomorrow's Reason Why, a collaborative EP with Alaska and Griff. You can cop that right now on Bandcamp or wherever music is streamed or sold. Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to the show.
That was so goddamn professional. My breath's taken away.
Best in the biz.
I've been in the minors. I'm stepping up to the big leagues now, brother. Hey, how we doing?
It's the best intro in the biz.
I see. That's like indie rap level Nardwar research you did there, brother.
Happy to do so. It looks like we lost Jason though. I guess
Oh, wow.
I'm sure he'll be right back.
he must have just been awestruck by the whole.
It,
was
it-
like,
it took
why?
my
I
breath
mean-
away. There was that little pause. It took my breath away.
No,
You just need a little time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's fine. Well, we'll give him a sec to come back. We'll give him a sec to come back. That's what editing is for in these situations.
We're gonna edit this.
I mean,
This is gold, baby.
I edit this stuff. I mean, you want
Now's
to
our
going.
chance to talk a whole bunch of shit about Griff.
All right. So, what's Jason Griff like in real life? It's time for your heel turn.
See, I couldn't even like just jump into it. I was like, but he's such a great guy. Nope. You know what? Full wrestling promo. This asshole's an asshole. All right. If there was ever an asshole to end an asshole, if there was a king asshole, Griff. No, I'm kidding. I love that dude too much.
Are you suggesting he is the King James of this operation?
Oh, you saw what I was doing there. I'm all about the segues, bringing it back. There's my beautiful.
Well, that was embarrassing. I was like, you're saying all these nice things about me, and then like my wife, I just cut out.
I thought you were ashamed.
Came back. No, it just froze up.
I won't be complimented.
I'm like,
no, thank you.
Gary, continue. Please tell me more.
That was top tier.
It's like,
top
oh,
tier.
Everybody's frozen. I'm like, wow.
What else do you like about me?
I'm like, what did you guys do? And then it's me. So
no, it's fine. It happens.
Anyways, at least it happened right at the start. Then in the
I know. It's good. We cut a quick promo.
We cut a wrestling promo.
We cut a promo on you.
Yeah, cool. So you'll love it. You'll love it. It's a little Easter egg for you.
Yeah, don't worry. We use all cuts of the animal. Nothing goes to waste.
Man. I love that.
You know, we've learned that from all the other podcasts out there. But the thing is, we do edit this podcast as opposed to some other ones out there. I'm not going to call anybody out by name, but we.
Oh wow, that's funny how you said call out by name.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
I don't know. Maybe
I got nothing to do with none of this beef, guys.
Look, they would be an interesting podcast for us to have beef with, considering how many times each of those guys have been on this show.
Right.
I mean, it would be the least believable beef. It would be like the fans would be like, no.
Cabbage is
not a good storyline.
Not a good storyline.
Let's go.
Like, no, it's just like you're all faces. Doesn't work. You can't turn heel on us. But look,
Castro's a heel.
A little bit of a heel.
Well, Castro is a little bit of a heel.
A little bit of a heel.
When we had Shrapnel on this season, for which is wrestling season, we're talking about wrestling movies, and we really unlocked a lot of wrestling knowledge with Castro specifically.
No. He can go pretty deep.
We did probably I say 25 minutes towards the end of that episode where it was just like him and Jeff talking and me and Premrock just staring off into the nothing of things.
This is finally a season where I can really delve into my knowledge. I've watched too much wrestling in my lifetime.
Same.
Well, because here's the thing. It's just Jeff's been slacking for the past few seasons, and I kind of constructed this one as a way to get him engaged again and actually do some fucking work. So it's working.
Here's the thing. It's kind of a work as it is because I know all that. I know all this stuff. I haven't done any research.
Yeah,
I watched his championship match.
Judge Arquette's,
which we'll get into. We got to get into the wrestling angle of this is nutty.
We will. But before we get into that, when we do these, sometimes people, we assign movies to people. Sometimes they ask for things. In this case, Jason, specifically, you chose this movie. You demanded it for this episode. You demanded it for this episode. So now, having watched
it's
this
your
film,
fault.
So having watched this film,
so sorry to cut you off.
No.
I thought you picked this film, sir.
Oh my God. No. This was all me.
God damn it, Griff.
No.
Give me my hour 40
and
back.
I don't even
right now.
I don't even know why.
Someone's mad at them and not us.
Because I was like, oh well, what was the first thing that came to mind was No Holds Barred, and then I'm like, well, no, but I'm like, what about Suburban Commando? But then I don't know why Ready to Rumble just popped in my head. And when this movie came out, I was still living in my hometown. It was maybe a year or two before I left, and me and all my homies at that time, all we did was we go to work, go to school. We were all at the local community college, and then every Monday night and I think at that time SmackDown was on Thursdays. We would just get together and watch wrestling and smoke a ton of weed, and then the other nights of the week we would just play WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy on Nintendo 64.
2000 is still my favorite wrestling.
Bro, literally,
game.
there's never been a better wrestling.
Did you have made up characters?
Absolutely. Like, that's 100%. All we did.
Do you remember them?
Oh, absolutely. Jason Sensation? Absolutely.
Yes. I made one. It was a giant, and his name was Dementia.
Amazing.
So he would forget who he was on teams with and just attack anyone. People got really mad at me because they'd try to have real matches, like, we're going to tag team. And I'd be like, all right, cool. And I would just start attacking him. Like, it's Dementia. He doesn't know what he's doing. He has no idea what he's doing. What are you mad at Dementia for?
Oh, amazing. The hours that we logged in that game and then later No Mercy was insane.
No Mercy
I also had Lou the Diamond
Phillips. The black cartridge, right?
Yeah.
No Mercy was black, and then the other one was red or blue or something, wasn't it?
I think they were both
SmackDown was blue. I think both of them were black at that point.
I heard. Yeah.
And somewhere in one of these boxes in my
I also had Lou the Diamond Phillips, and he did all of
oh
DDP's
my god,
moves.
amazing.
And that was an even more unpopular one with my friends. They really didn't like it. They were like,
I'm sure.
I was booted out in the meetings. They were like, you can't come play with us anymore.
What's great is
you're not taking it seriously.
What's great is that I wouldn't have gotten that joke until about 2 days ago when I watched this movie for the first time.
Yeah, because you saw the Diamond Cutter.
Because I was.
Did you know anything about DDP before this movie?
Nothing. Not a single thing.
So what's also crazy about this movie, as far as DDP goes, is like he plays the main villain. Him and Joey Pants. Is Joey or Johnny Pants?
It's Joey Pants.
Joey Pants. Okay, cool. So they're the main villains, but like as a wrestler, DDP was never a villain.
He was
at this point in his career. When this movie came out, him as the villain was like crazy. Like he was the people's champ. Like he was like how The Rock was the people's champ in WWE. DDP was kind of that in WCW. Like he was the man of the people there. So
beloved, like outside of the ring, like a fully beloved human being, responsible for like saving wrestlers' lives after their careers ended.
Oh my god, his life arc. His career arc has been amazing.
Like, he's like super duper yoga guy too, right?
Literally ddpyoga.com.
I remember that. And
helped Scott Hall get sober. He helped Jake the Snake Roberts get sober. Like there's so many former wrestlers that are like, I would be dead.
If you have a few minutes after you're done listening to this incredible podcast, just Google his work with Butterbean.
Yeah.
The wrestler Butterbean, who couldn't move and turned into a lean, mean fighting machine again.
Oh, like UFC homie. I got it.
Yeah, he's wild.
And like now he's trying to help Lex Luger walk again.
It's crazy. Like it's wild to make him the villain of this movie.
Exactly. So we got off track, but no, it's all good because it's all the same track. There's a lot of tracks here, but back when me and my homies went and saw this movie in the theaters the day it came out, we were so juiced for it. Like we knew it was going to be terrible, but we're just like, it's a fucking wrestling movie. And it's going to be corny, but we're going. Cause again, like I'm from a pretty small town. And so, like I said, we smoked weed and played video games and went to work at school and that was it. So like, since most of what we were doing was around like sports and wrestling fandom, like when a wrestling movie drops, we're up in there day one.
Yeah, I don't think this thing bombed with wrestling fans. They may not have liked it. It's not,
which is crazy because this movie,
but it did well with the wrestling community.
Fans.
Knows this movie.
Absolutely.
The rest of the world was like, "Oh no, thank you." Oh, the whole movie's about. Oh no, thank you.
Well, right. Alex, I'm glad you just brought up that point because my impression of this, again, not coming at this as a wrestling fan, was this movie really painted wrestling fans. I learned the term mark from this movie and some stuff around this. So I'm like, these two marks essentially,
correct.
They are. I'm coming at this from the perspective of somebody who watched a lot of really sophomoric comedies in the '90s.
Same, right?
This was
Dude, where's my car? This is Griff's thing. It's Dude, where's my car in a wrestling ring. Is what this was. This was
basically, yeah, that or Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah, I was actually the ones I compared it to for my head was like, this is Dumb and Dumber.
Yep.
And Mallrats.
Yeah, I could see that.
Particularly the stink finger scene is very much, hey, would you like
very Mallrats?
And like Clerks, there was some Kevin Smith. We've all named almost all of them named Kevin Smith movies because
everything
there was a sort of. It was basically if you just sucked all of the soul out of the dialogue of a Kevin Smith movie. This is kind of a bare bones.
Right.
Like they need to go do a stupid thing to save the day and be
Right.
superheroes.
Sprinkle a
after they were hanging out at a fucking gas station all the time. That's just very him.
Even, and I think the Dumb and Dumber nails it too with the car. Like they had Dumb and Dumber had the giant the dog van, and these guys have the giant shit van.
Yeah. And part of this also is that there are some gags in this film that just like these gags got whiskers on them, man. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like the
nuns. There's always like a weird nun.
The nuns. The nuns obsession. Was very Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back with the scene with Carrie Fisher.
Correct.
Right.
Like that.
Where
and,
like there's
it was a combo of that
scene
movies. And the scene with the Scooby-Doo crew when they do that scene.
Oh yeah, that one for sure. And like so like I came at it from that perspective as somebody who watched a lot of really sophomore comedies and still watches quite a lot of them as well. So
I'm still hella immature, yeah.
Yeah, the impression I got of that was like, okay, so I'm like, this is they're trying to do something in this vein. But I came at the end of it doing like, do the people who made this movie like wrestling fans? They seem to hate them.
And like my thing is what I took from watching this for the first time was like, oh, this is like an incel's perfect world, right? It's like I get to sleep with the hot girl, but then I get to tell her, no, you're a terrible lady.
She is a terrible lady, to be fair.
I mean, she turned her back on the king. Like,
turn her back on the king.
She didn't deserve Gordy.
This is
Gordy
early
is 2000s
heart. Rose McGowan, though, all right?
But you're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong by any stretch.
We're gonna come back to Rose McGowan because this is part of the tragedy of Rose McGowan that she did not deserve any of this.
Not at all.
Right.
For sure.
And I mean, this movie was clearly very much a cash grab for a lot of these actors.
Oh, for tons of these people.
Oh my!
It's like wrestling money spends just like every
all of them except for David Arquette, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like
David Arquette was a true like he loved.
Oh, he's
wrestling.
A huge wrestling fan. Even to this day, he still gets involved once in a while.
He claims there's no real way to like back this up, but he claims that when they approached him to win the title, he said, "I don't think that's a very good idea."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Then this thing is over, and we're not going to cross promote anymore." And he was like, "All right, I'll do it," because like he was like, "Listen, I was an actor, a young actor. We get told where to go, what to say,
exactly,
and how to say it." So I was just like, okay, if this is what you guys want to do, then I'll do it. And then, later was like, I really regret not saying no.
He didn't have the leverage. Right. He didn't have the leverage to be able to really shape a thing.
I mean, he's going up against Turner Media,
Right, like, exactly.
And like,
juggernaut.
Okay, you were in Scream and Scream 2. Great.
And Vince Russo, who like, just like no wasn't a thing that he dealt with.
Right.
Was this his attempt at like a Pauly Shore ass movie, where it's just
like it's like a biodome or
just like a real like vibe, like I'm just so cool. You're gonna spend an hour and a half with me.
They don't smoke any weed, but they feel like two stoner losers.
They should have been stoners. This should have been a stoner movie. It would have.
This would have made more sense if it was a stoner movie.
But if they had been stoners, it would have been an R-rated movie.
Right.
Which it should have been, by the way.
But also wrestling was still being marketed as a family-friendly product.
Correct.
So like that never would have.
Yeah. So like you brought up Dude, Where's My Car? That movie gets away with being, I think, a PG-13 film because it actually avoids showing any weed during what is an
they
obvious
never actually
stoner
smoke.
Comedy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Exactly. It's an obvious stoner comedy to anybody who's ever watched a stoner comedy from Cheech and Chong on.
Talk about stoner comedies.
Hey.
Well, while you do that, Jeff, while you light up, I feel like this is probably a good point in which to talk about the screenplay for this movie. The writer of this film is a writer whose name should be familiar to Cabbage's listeners. First of all, his name's Stephen Brill. In the 90s, he wrote The Mighty Ducks.
Ooh.
Winner.
D2 The Mighty Ducks.
That checks out.
Still a winner.
Heavyweights, which he wrote and directed.
What was Heavyweights?
That's Ben Stiller.
Fat Camp.
Okay. I never saw that.
I totally forgot about that movie.
I love that movie.
I think I saw it, but I don't fucking remember.
I remember because of the blob, where the people like you jump on the blob and you fly into the lake. I've always wanted to do that.
That's like a favorite film for a lot of people from their childhood.
I
Like,
love that movie.
they have fun, like the same way like my generation has a fondness for the Goonies. Like
Mm,
they have a fondness for heavyweights.
really? Oh, okay.
It's like a thing. It's
I'll
like
watch
a
it.
no, it was-
There's
yeah,
no
it
way I
was
saw it
amazing.
if you
It
guys are
was-
remembering so clearly.
All the a lot of the improv stars, like Kenan Thompson's in it.
Yeah.
As like a
Oh.
12-year-old and shit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
And
sure.
and then he also wrote after that, he wrote D3, The Mighty Ducks.
Okay, heard. All right.
So
Not incredible.
so that's the beginning, and that's a good ramp. It's a good ramp. Look, he ends up getting like producer credits by that point, and like he owns quite a bit of that franchise. But the same year as Ready to Rumble, he co-wrote and directed a little film called Little Nicky,
Oh, I love Little Nicky.
It's
Which
been
we-
so long.
which we covered in our first season. 5
Cover
years
Henry
ago.
Winkler with bees.
I've still never seen it.
You still have
Oh
never
my
seen it.
God.
They got a panel together and sat down and tried to sell me on watching it from
We
a
got
panel.
Darko the Super was one
And
of our guests for
It
that
did
one.
not work.
Yeah, that's like
I-
right at the end.
I
of the
still
also
don't
Zoe
wanna
the
Adam
see
same
Sandler
year
thing.
saw
Yeah,
Little
I don't
Nicky
wanna
in
see
the
that.
theaters the day it came out. Because again,
but-
There's no shame
what
in
the
that.
fuck else were we gonna do?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
but Jeff,
I went and saw so many Sandler movies in the theater. Let's not.
But
let's
Jeff,
not-
exactly. You've seen so many like because after Ready to Rumble, he gets really into the Sandler world. Who's these friends of Sandler? So he directed Mr. Deeds.
I didn't
um,
hate that one.
Yeah, he directed,
Fair.
but there's a bunch of comedies. So Mr. Deeds,
No,
and
I like Mr. Deeds a lot.
he did
It's fun.
without a paddle.
Never seen it.
He's
Drill-
on that.
Is that
joint.
the Ice Cube?
No, that's the one with that's a Seth
think-
Green one. That's Seth
Yeah.
Green
Yeah,
and
well, there's your reason I didn't see it.
you see it. He does
Mystery solved.
Drill Bit Taylor with Owen Wilson.
Ooh.
And then he starts doing these Netflix Sandler movies. He does The Do-Over, Sandy Wexler, and finally, Hubie Halloween,
Okay.
Yeah. No, I
All
knew this
I
was
know-
going to come
yeah.
up.
the movie
My-
that started this entire
Love
podcast.
that.
Oh shit.
Our
My
whole first
dad-
season is just that movie.
Just
Loves
Hubie
those
Halloween.
movies. My
That's
dad
actually-
is the target
I was aware of
audience.
all this lore, and that's actually why I picked this film for this episode.
You must have known in your heart of hearts.
I go so deep on this.
You're not endearing yourself to me at all.
Because
It's
any
one of my
chance,
for you,
least favorite
Jeff,
movies
online.
of all time.
any chance I can get to get Jeff to talk about Huey Halloween is a gift, a Christmas gift, perhaps.
Dude, my
Time of
dad thinks that's the funniest movie ever made. Like
He's
my
not wrong.
dad
He's not wrong.
loves
Yeah,
that
no,
movie.
come on,
It's
Gary.
so good.
Is this
It's so good.
Alex? Is this a recent development, or has he always felt that?
He's like a Sandler Netflix guy.
Okay.
Like he showed me that scene from the Western with the horse shitting like
The Ridiculous
10
Six.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was called. He thought that was the funniest thing he's ever seen in his life.
Love it.
He is like a Sandler head, dude. Like it's crazy. Like, but just the Netflix, not the old school bangers.
He likes
just
the
new
newer
joints.
ones. Yeah, he likes
Because
the new
those are
joints.
PG-13 and he's a good Christian man.
There you go. And Hubie Halloween is definitely it's a solid PG-13 movie.
Yeah.
And it's got great puking scenes and everything.
Oh my god.
That's a wonderful thing. Jeff is now frozen. I can't tell if it's Wi-Fi.
I don't know. I just didn't feel like reacting anymore.
Tell if he's
You know how many
Wi-Fi
fucking
froze or he's
times
catatonic or
he
what?
finds every excuse. Like, we haven't watched it for the show in a long time, but there
been a
was an
minute.
agreement in place at one point that we have long since abandoned, that we would do Hubie Halloween every Halloween.
Okay.
And it was like the only, I forget what my thing was that I won, but there was something we got to do. I think it was trimmers. Like I won trimmers.
Okay. Yeah, right.
But I finally got carried to watch trimmers, which he hated, in exchange for me watching Hubie Halloween once a year, which we have not honored, which is awesome.
Which is fine because as I've
Another
learned,
year gone.
as
without
I've learned
Hubie.
is from being a ministry fan, every day is Halloween.
Hey, there you go.
Chicago, stand up.
Do not get me on an Al technicality.
I
You're
might
not
get choked.
allowed. Don't use Al against me.
I have to. My fellow Cuban has to be called out for this one.
And
for
you
sure.
do it to your own people. That's low.
This movie had a lot of nut shots in it. Did you guys notice that?
Oh,
so many.
Yeah.
Dude, this isn't in like everything keeps going back to an incel for sure wrote this.
yeah.
Which, with the knowledge of the Mighty Ducks part, this is all adding up. Like,
Ah,
Huh?
I
Like we
hope
didn't
Will's
have
not
a
a
word
fan of the
for him.
podcast.
If you are, brother, I'm so sorry. You got incel energy then.
Real talk though.
Like it's just so many dicks, so much poop. The women are like not humans. It's literally I sound so. I'm too woke for this shit.
No. I watched this film. We watched it twice for these episodes.
Yeah.
So I watched it for the first time. I watched it with my wife.
Oh, how'd she like it?
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Okay.
She had a visceral hatred of the film.
Okay.
She declined to be on the
seems,
episode.
She seems like a smart lady.
Oh, she's a keeper. No question.
Yeah. One, because she hated it, and two, she puts up with you.
But so, I mean, look, she's the one. There's no question.
Yeah.
No question there. And everybody in my life knows it, and is just like
It's true.
Good. She also fell asleep during part of it, which I think was just out of necessity. So she didn't get to one of my
What would you
favorites.
stay awake for if you were her?
But exactly, because she basically said that's just misogyny. That whole film was just growy misogyny all the way through, and she didn't even see that scene.
It's almost like there's a
Arquette
wild
goes
theme in all these wrestler movies that we've been watching.
Maybe
the product was a little toxic for people.
Yeah,
Really?
and I mean, this is also 2000, right? So like,
Absolutely.
the winding down of the Attitude Era, bra and panties matches,
fucking this
matches,
fucking this.
The
Every
diva
the existence of Nitro Girls, which I learned.
Fucking every commercial had Fred Durst in it after this and shit, dude. Like they'd show this trailer and then it'd be some Durst shit.
This movie had two Kid Rock songs.
Three Kid Rock songs.
His sister's in the movie.
Thank you.
In the movie. Yeah.
All right.
His sister's
You guys
in the-
did your homework. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
No, I watched a movie called Debs about a month ago for the first time.
Debs, she's in Debs.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, because I was like, look at this fucking beautiful queer ass love story. And then I was like, this is Kid Rock's sister? I was like, what went wrong? Whatever happened to Kid Rock happened to Jill Ritchie or whatever the fuck her name was.
Jill Ritchie.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Thanksgiving must be very interesting.
Because
Kid Rock probably just gets drunk and says, that shit's gay.
Yeah, probably does.
Because they played. Whose intro music was Ba with the Ba? Who came out to that in the movie?
It was during the main event scene when the good guys come out to rescue Jimmy the King.
Because then that
was like Goldberg and
Goldberg
who else was Booker T was with him, and
Goldberg,
I can't remember
and
it was a Ray. This was also the brief period. This movie was made in the brief period of time where Rey Mysterio was wrestling without a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Juventus that they said? Was that my man?
No, that's Juventud Guerrero is the legend himself.
I dropped out of wrestling in like 02, brothers. You have to forgive me. Fondest.
Okay, so
anytime anyone drops out, I'm like, listen, congratulations.
I'm coming back.
I'm in the process of you'll be back. I'm in the process of dropping out right now because it's just like not a very good product right now.
Yeah, but you'll be back.
But at some point,
January
something's going to happen. I'm going to be like, what's this all about?
And
then I'm going to remember there's no love lost.
And
between any of
when
these
I'm not regularly watching wrestling, I will always watch the Royal Rumble because it's always
every year.
Even when it's bad, it's still good.
Wrestling pornography. It's perfect. It's a perfect
event.
Pause. But it's a perfect event.
Hey, yo. But
you're
early
not selling me.
WCW, the cruiserweight division was the best fucking shit in wrestling.
One of the most stacked things that's ever happened to the sport.
Was Malenko in that?
Yeah, fucking the man Stanko Malenko.
Yeah,
Malenko, the man of 1,000 holds.
Murderer Benoit.
Psychosis,
Eddie,
La Parka,
Psychosis,
the LWO, the original LWO.
Eddie is near the top of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
And that's very reasonable.
Like it's tough to keep him out of the number one slot.
And now his son is one of the things that keeps me watching wrestling.
I see what you did there.
You like what I did there? Yeah,
I did. I see what you did.
These fucking guys.
I am not going to. I'm not going into this because we have a movie to shit on. But that was very nice.
Nothing, brother. So
speaking as a non-wrestling fan,
Please.
I have to say that I thought the matches were really good. I enjoyed the matches in this movie.
You know what's wild? This movie is like, it's one of the first movies that is just wrestling. and one of the only ones in this era. There are other things going on, but it all pays homage to wrestling. Like
Right.
everything is about or about to be about wrestling.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen often. All these movies that predate it, they're all like stupid comedies where you sort of hint at being a wrestler.
Right.
Like it's known that this is Hulk Hogan, but he's also a nanny. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's not. They're not in the ring. There is. What's the one we did that's just awful?
No Holds Barred.
Yeah, No Holds Barred.
It's fucking.
What's the one where he's
That's about wrestling, but it's like there's a romance story, there's all this other stuff. There's really not much else going on. The romance is given like a scene and a half, and then barely mentioned otherwise. And then it's like, yo, we got to get to the ring for the match.
There's the Hogan movie where he beats up the dude who's saying "Putting on the Ritz." What was that?
Oh my god, I don't know which one.
I don't know, but it sounds a lot like a fucking Hogan movie.
And there was like a metal skull, dude. I probably should have not ate a gummy before I smoked. Let me.
No. This is exactly
You
this
always
is the right
should.
podcast. This is the podcast for.
Oh,
exactly
totally.
that.
Please, Lord God, I'm definitely going to do it.
I should also point out that when I said earlier that we watch these movies twice, at least one viewing, I am stoned beyond repair.
Okay, heard.
Because
two for your boys. Almost every time it's two.
I mean, it's gotten to be. I have a bit of a problem. It is starting to get to be two. But the second viewing of this one, I watched straight, and I was like, you know what? This is still pretty bad.
It's bad. So compared to what we've watched,
the wrestling was good.
Compared to No Holds Barred, this thing is fucking incredible.
Compared to fucking bending the rules.
It's JFK compared.
This is one battle
so
after
fucking
another.
Good. There's like a little bit of drama. The actual parts about wrestling, the original point being, the actual wrestling in this thing looks and is treated like wrestling. Like we are in movie land watching wrestling unfold as though we're part of the backstage. That's crazy. You don't really see that.
But
it was kind of like pulling back the curtain a bit.
Yeah.
You know? Too small. Like, why was the entrance ramp so little?
Why
really
were they?
Little. They couldn't call it Madison Square Garden, so they superimposed New York Arena.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, that's a Madison Square Garden. Why? Like,
they couldn't even get a New York taxi.
Don't they wrestle in there? Like, I don't know. It was so, and it was just like the arena itself. Clearly,
and then it was definitely
people.
like, wow, I've been to Madison Square Garden and that shit looks a little small.
Yeah, right. It was so. I was just like, all right, I guess this is for people who've never seen wrestling. But I'm like, the ramp is that's my hallway.
I think you're hinting at like what's really wrong with this thing, which is like it's slanted toward like it. Of course, it's for wrestling fans. It pays a lot of service to wrestling fans, but they really wanted people outside of wrestling to come in and see this thing and walk away wanting to watch wrestling.
Absolutely. And this is again like tying back into
and
like what was actually happening in wrestling is like 2000, like WCW had lost, like they had fucking tanked. The product was fucking terrible.
WWE went super dirty,
and this is
a bunch of dudes were like, I got boobs over there.
I was telling Alex earlier today when WCW changed their logo, that was like desperation rebrand.
Yes.
You know, and this is part of it, and this is them like trying to get more eyes back on the product, which then
I saw
again
wiki,
ties into like David Arquette being in the fucking ring and everything.
Yeah,
but
I saw on the wiki Joe Pants role was supposed to be Bischoff. Bischoff was supposed to be the Joey Pants role, but
that
he
makes
got
sense.
fired, and then they hired.
That checks out. I mean, yeah, like Joey Pants is like very Bischoff-y.
Yeah,
and
it was just like, okay, so that tracked with you telling me like this is at the end, because I was there for the Monday Night Wars, you know what I mean? But see, that's when I was the most in, right, where I was flipping back and forth, and it was like,
absolutely,
who's gonna hold my attention tonight? Oh shit, Dennis Rodman's here. Cool, I'm hanging out with WCW. That's when I was in an era where my family.
I hate that Karl Malone was the good guy in that feud.
God,
so disgusting.
I
hate Karl Malone
with DDP.
He creeps me out.
DDP was always the dude that worked with outside talent.
Yeah,
If they had outside dudes come in, he was a nice dude. He was like, he sold everything, was a great soldier for companies that he worked for. And then, it makes perfect sense why he would be in this movie.
Right.
That he would be the one handed the keys to like being the villain of a movie about wrestling. Honestly, great idea.
And he's a very capable actor. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's not like
sure.
Goldberg couldn't have done that role. Like, he's in the
And
film.
their brute
His
squads are
storylines
like
terrible.
the big giant wrestlers. Like Vicious is a great
Bam Bam Bigelow.
totally like they
Barry
get the
Saturn.
biggest, baddest dudes to do all the violent stuff. And David Arquette.
Yeah.
It's very well done because it's like these dudes know what they're doing.
Right.
They know what they're doing. Like they know how to jump off of things and make it look ridiculous and slightly real at the same time.
You know who wasn't in this movie?
Chris Benoit.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Too soon. Nope, I'm calling it.
Dame Judi Dench.
Kevin Nash was not in this movie.
That's true.
Oh.
And he explained in an interview last year why he wasn't in this movie.
Oh.
He said, quote, "They weren't paying anybody anything extra to do the movie. Everybody made scale except Page didn't and Goldberg didn't, since they actually took leads."
That checks
So
out.
the choice apparently that he was presented was either do this movie for scale, be in these scenes, and then also concurrently do fucking matches and shows for WCW week in, week out, or do a match for WCW and then have the rest of the week off. He chose to like not.
Worse than the restaurant industry. Jesus Christ.
It's so much worse.
Well, I mean, they're all.
It was the
independent
wrestling
contractors,
equivalent of a Clopin.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not fucking doing it.
Right.
Jesus, brother.
We have this like weird lens already, right? Of like we're supposed to be in reality in this movie, looking at the real reality of wrestling, and then on the side they had a whole wild storyline to promote the movie, which was very obviously failing.
Mm-hmm.
And so they end up going all in on the wrestling side of it, the fake side of it. And then they hand the thing to the guy.
Right.
An outsider who's small wins the actual
heavyweight,
the real life WCW heavyweight championship of the world.
Gotta go watch that match, man.
I've never
I watched
been able,
it. I rewatched it for this.
I've never been like a huge David
And
Arquette
it was like it was
fan
so
anyway,
there was like
but-
a run in and like somebody grabbed him and he covered somebody. Who did he win it from? Jeff Jarrett?
He pinned Jeff Jarrett, the
Okay.
champion. It's so convoluted and stupid.
To
But
be
I'm gonna
fair,
explain
I
it
fucking
anyway.
loved Jeff Jarrett's WCW run.
Absolutely super fun.
Fucking listen up, Slapnuts.
A real dummy. It was so much fun to watch him just prance around and then like get his clock cleaned a lot. It was great.
Yeah.
And he was so good at it. I agree, but also I got way too deep into this match. Like way too deep. And the holder of the belt at the time was DDP. He won it from Jarrett. He then comes into the match on the side of like David Arquette is coming out with the champ. They're in a match with Bischoff is wrestling for whatever, nobody fucking knows the reason. Bischoff is wrestling and his partner is Jarrett. And for some reason, the belt can be won by anyone pinning anyone.
Oh my god.
But they're in teams somehow.
Classic.
Like it's a tag team, but the belt's still on. WCW was off its fucking rocker to begin
It was fucking
with.
unhinged.
This thing gets blamed. He caught a lot of blame because WCW wasn't long for the world. They only had like a number of years left before they were bought by WWE.
Less than a year after this.
Less than a year later. There you go.
Less than a year. WCW.
It's gone. So they're like on their last legs. They're allowing Russo to run everything, which is crazy talk. And then this match happens. DDP doesn't lose the belt. He's not pinned, but the championship still changes hands. It was a double pin. One of them, like Bischoff, kicked out. So he pinned Jarrett at the same time. So the ref counted 1, 2, 3, and he won the belt. It's so dumb and it's so crazy. And then he comes out in the next pay-per-view and loses it to Jarrett. So the guy that had it right before all this shit went down just gets it back.
Right.
It is the most pointless merry-go-round ass ride. I mean,
And
just like
if
a
he had won
perfect
the,
circle of stupidity.
if he had won the US title, like nobody would have batted an
We
eye.
would probably have never spoken about it again.
Right.
But
But instead
they
it's the
interviewed
title
Russo and
synonymous
he
with
said-
Ric Flair, you know.
so I watched interviews with everyone involved, all the backstage people, all the like. I've just got obsessed with this match because of this thing. And they're
I hear
interviewing
some real
Russo.
hurt in your heart, boys.
You're welcome.
I hear some real pain in there, guys. That's
They
all
interviewed
real deep,
Russo. They interviewed Shivani. Both of them kind of take credit for the idea,
Hmm.
but the one person in it that's like, I did not want to do this was this guy, the eventual guy. And like he says in an interview that if Vin Diesel had done this, nobody would have cared. It's because he
Right.
was a wuss.
Yeah.
And then the wrestling purist argument being that like there are people that like give their whole lives over the sport and never sniff a belt.
Right. Rey Mysterio never held it.
Right.
You
There
know.
was-
Right.
One of the things that I read about
Piper
Arquette
never
was
had that.
Arquette after the fact talking about his reluctance that he'd had about the whole thing was that during that time he spoke to Booker T and asked Booker T how many times he'd had the belt before, and at that stage the answer was none.
But it did end up
Zero.
becoming-
Booker T didn't get the belt until the last day of WCW. The very last night. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
That might have been the second time he won it. He won it back the very last night.
Right. He won it because of the Hogan match where Jeff Jarrett laid down and they created a new belt, and they finally
This
gave
place
it to him.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. The whole thing is like, there's just no reason to do this other than it ended up on the front page of USA Today.
Right.
It ended up being like this massive thing that's still talked about years and years later. And as far as entertaining television goes, it wasn't. If you watch those episodes, there's an episode where he like walks out with Jarrett's guitar and he's going to hit Jarrett and he steps on the rigged part of the stage and just falls through the floor onto a pad. And it reveals that it's rigged. It reveals the pad, like he just falls. He's gone. And so now the spot is dead and they have to figure out what to do up on a ladder, like up on the like stage setting. They're like hanging there like, what the fuck's happening? He's just gone. It was just awful television.
You know what my problem with this movie is?
You just won?
Oh, that's my big problem. It's the thing that even after we're done with this discussion, and for years to come, I will think about this in my quietest moments.
Not enough Martin Landau?
No, that's my favorite part of the movie is that he exists in it, and we will talk about him. I'm hoping to
We need to.
end on the Landau positivity. My biggest problem with this movie is in Act 1, these two porta potty cleaners get into an accident in their porta potty truck in which raw sewage is spilled near them and then later sprayed on them. And at no point for the duration of Act 1 or Act 2, at no point until they get back to Wyoming in Act 3, is there ever any plausible opportunity for these two guys to take a shower.
Do they wear the same clothes the whole time?
Listen,
The whole time they were in the
Oh
same
my God.
clothes.
Brilliant.
maybe
Brilliant.
that's why the
Brilliant.
nuns
Now-
existed.
They have to smell of shit because there's that scene where Oliver Platt, after he falls into the manhole, hilarious, and they ADR the sound of like flies buzzing around him. I'm like, these guys should have had flies buzzing around them the whole time.
No, dude, the toilet paper truck.
The toilet
cleaned
paper truck.
them.
Amazing.
No.
Right.
They were in a van full of nuns.
What are the odds?
Who they accused of farting after the fact.
Right.
When
You
these
just
guys-
got pelted with shit.
shit.
I
You're
gotta
covered in
rewatch.
sewage.
And you're gonna be like, who
I'm
farted?
gonna love it.
But like they go from there to like to Caroline Ray's trailer where she's got the crabs. They go from there
Caroline in the city.
to Caroline Ray. Oh, it was such a wonderful thing.
Caroline
to
in
do.
the country.
Caroline in the country. All right. I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
this is Georgia. Got it.
Yeah.
Clear. Heard.
Okay, all right. My favorite part of the movie. What the fuck did he say? Where it was when the kid smiles and he goes, "Look at that grill." That took me out for some reason.
He's like-
I like belly laughed at that. That shit took me out.
when
You
he
know, I
when he
feel
goes
like
back
Oliver
home to
Platt
see
gave us
her,
all.
he's like, I'm gonna win $1 million. I'm gonna pay back my child support, and I'm gonna find that boy a great dentist.
That was my favorite part of the fucking movie.
But like there really is. I'm telling you, I'm not letting this go. There was no point until David Arquette gets back to Wyoming and has to go home with his dad in the cruiser where he changes his clothes. Because the next time we see him, he's in his new clothes and he's studying for his police exam. So these boys smell like shit the entire time, and it doesn't get addressed. It is the biggest plot hole of this film, and it will haunt me for the rest of my days.
Yeah, because wait, it wasn't the
It will
was the
haunt you for
dad
the
the
rest
cop?
of your days.
Rest of my days, Jeff.
Yeah, that's good because festering.
There's just no need. Let it go, big dog.
Thankfully, this is also a movie where Martin Landau shows up after an hour. 58 minutes in, 58 and a half minutes in. Martin Landau appears.
And saves the day.
Saves the movie from being
Every
was so
moment he's a
random.
part of is a moment, a gift
I
from
had
God.
to Google it. I like literally was like, no. I paused it. IMDb. Oh shit, that is him. Like I did
It's
not.
him.
But
It's the
amazing.
guy. He
amazing.
was the original Ethan Hunt.
Not a second of
Seriously.
screen time.
Is
wasted.
in this.
Not a
He
second.
was in North by Northwest. He's in this.
the man. The
You know what I
man
mean? Like,
fucking
wow.
the late career of Martin Landau is really astounding. Because like I think about Ed Wood, and like to me, if like if that was the final film he was in, it would have been like it would
What a
have been
triumph.
like,
Oscar
what
winner.
a triumph.
Let's go.
Like he plays that role so well.
Other than the wrestlers, he's the only one that understands this assignment.
Yeah,
That
he
we're
totally
not
gets
going
it.
in here. We're going in here to make stupid jokes and jump around.
Yeah.
Like it's a piece of shit. Let's have some fun. What are we doing all this serious? Like, I hate the romance element of this movie. It's both unnecessary. It's the unnecessary 10 minutes just to make sure we know that wrestling doesn't.
Nah, they needed us to know they were
They
straight.
do not like women.
Right.
They needed
They're
us to know
straight,
that
but they
were
hate
straight.
women.
But
It's the weirdest thing.
And they also needed to be shown that they have had sex.
Right.
Even if it was
Right.
their first times that they have
Right.
to have sex. So like Scott Caan gets to have sex because he got that girl a Hard Rock New York Cafe New York t-shirt.
And then
And that's enough,
Which
apparently.
fair enough,
David
dog.
Arquette
Like those
has domestic
tough to find.
abuse sex with the other lady.
So that's the Rose McGowan thing.
Foreign
And it's
objects.
so Rose
Yeah.
McGowan is this. I'm ready to talk about Rose McGowan now.
Oh.
We'll come back to Martin Landau because he has the best lines in the movie. Rose McGowan, we know now, obviously, is what's incredible. So Rose McGowan says that in 1997, Harvey Weinstein sexually assaulted her. And then in subsequent years, basically, he worked to blackball her, essentially, from the industry. So Rose McGowan went from being a very promising young actress to being labeled difficult, hard to work with, et cetera, et cetera. And she's definitely suffered a lot in the ensuing years. She says she got this script from her agent for Ready to Rumble. So this is 2000. She says she didn't like the script. She threw it out 3 times. And that she only did the movie because her agent promised her, which turned out to be a lie, as she said, promised her that after this, she would be in a Clint Eastwood movie next. So she agrees to do this movie that is, by all accounts, beneath her.
Absolutely.
Play this character who is
Do we believe that to be plotted? I mean, there's a reason they kept trying to sell her on it. Like, you got to get people into bad shit or people don't think they're bad.
It's just every
You
aspect.
got to
of-
shoehorn them into terrible shit.
Every aspect of that just suggests that either people were conspiring against her or otherwise
And, like,
advising her on the worst.
I'm sure
possible
she
case, 'cause they
needed the
couldn't
work
get her
at that
anything
point
good.
too. Yeah.
Exactly. Like you're an actress who's been in movies, successful films. She was also with Scream.
This had a Porky's
Right.
moment that really was like wildly unnecessary.
A hole in
Oh.
the wall where the men can
Yeah.
see
Where the
it
men
all.
can see it all. Yeah. So like,
Oh yeah.
and it's, part of it is like pushing the Nitro girls, which was a pretty new thing at that point. They mentioned them a whole bunch of times in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they appear
Like
quite a bit.
they're part of a subplot of the
And
movie of like,
even though we
that's
do
part
have
of the
sympathy,
promotion.
sympathy for Rose. During the dancing scenes, there was clear who was not actually a Nitro girl. If you watch really,
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, that one, that's the actress. The
like
other
they're
ones are
pros.
real Nitro girls.
Yeah, they're professional dancers.
These are
That
professional
poor
dancers.
girl. Oh, that choreo she had to spend. She had to learn choreo for this movie.
Yeah.
Just so she could be like, get a door slammed in her face by David Arquette.
Yeah,
Right.
and get punched in the face in the bedroom, like just
Get hit in the head with a ladder.
foreign
Oh,
object, and then hit
Jesus,
the head
dude.
just completely horrific when you really.
Man, Martin Landau. Let's bring
Martin
some
Landau.
joy back to this thing.
Sal Bandini, wanna wrestle?
Oh God.
And again, we saw that the day it came out, and we were quoting that line for like months. Of course,
you had to. I mean, my God, how could you not? I'm going to be quoting that for a long time.
Forever.
Mm-hmm.
I actually said to Jeff, I texted Jeff right before we got on this call. I said, Sal Bandini, want to Zoom?
Yes, he did.
Let's do this thing.
I forgot to react to that. I really enjoyed it. I had a nice chuckle.
It's shameful.
Probably more chuckles than I did out of anything not named Martin Landau in this film.
Martin Landau has nearly every one of my favorite scenes and some of the best lines in the film. Among that is when he's in the hospital.
Yes.
And he says, I wrote it down because we need to have these words need to be commemorated.
Precise and clear.
My balls are in my throat. My prostate is the size of a melon. I'm crapping tapioca. I feel like a kid again. And then he gets a Butterfinger.
A line.
I love these.
My favorite.
My favorite.
Oh, it's so stupid. I love every second of him in this film.
Butterfinger had to get that product placement, right?
That's
yes.
Because Oliver Platt's like, can I also have a Butterfinger?
Yeah, everybody wants a Butterfinger. And then they like throw one away.
Yeah, the line delivery. It was just like, it should be like Butterfinger TM. Like it should just say, you know
Seriously.
what I mean?
Like they should have a superimposed across the bottom. Like,
head
to your local store and get a Butterfinger now.
I can't like assume that you guys would remember this for like, I feel like probably Butterfinger probably would be one of those companies that was like advertising on WCW. Like it must have been.
Oh, most definitely.
Like
I'm
it probably
sure
was tied into that's what
like
I'm
some
saying.
sort of promo on the wrapper.
I mean, there was always so much product placement on that. Like the Lugs boot of the week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit. I forgot about that.
One. That is a good one.
So Lugs was advertised on there? Wow.
Yeah. They had the boot of the week. Every week on Raw.
Funkmaster Flex had to be the
biggest kick that happened the previous week, and they'd be like the Lugs boot of the week, and they'd show a highlight of somebody getting kicked in the face. It was awesome.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow.
I bought so many pairs of Lugs because of that.
Of course you did.
I never bought a pair.
You're not made of stone.
I also never had a JVC Kaboom box. Like I know all these products because of this.
Wow.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
I'm missing out on these things.
Yeah.
That's a piece of history right there. Kaboom box. I was still thinking about my Iowa mini system.
I too was an Iowa man.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The other great thing that
it lit up when you weren't like it would light up when you weren't listening to it. It's fucking sick, bro.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty fucking cool.
Get a color show for no reason. It's awesome.
The other great Sal Bandini scene is at the very end of the film when he's just in the back of this Humvee, I guess, or whatever that gigantic vehicle is, in a jacuzzi with two Nitro girls.
Oh, right.
His whole body is wrecked. This is 1 month later.
Yeah, like a month
Not
later.
a stitch on him. He looked great.
He says, "God bless America,"
Mm-hmm.
and the movie ends.
That's it.
That's the best ending this movie could possibly have.
You know what?
Although,
not enough Macho Man. That's what I've decided.
Oh yeah, he was
Talk
just
to
in
me.
that minute in the beginning.
Not enough Macho Man.
Well,
Just in the fake match.
when you get punched in the face by Oliver Platt, like you don't go like, "I want to keep doing this."
Right.
That's like the third blooper. I had kind of tuned back in before I was like, "Wow, this is the best worst movie ever." It's just like, oh, he punched him in the face for real.
For real. And he's like, "Oh shit, I'm not a wrestler, and I just punched a wrestler in the face. Am I
Dude.
going to die?"
He's like, "Oh shit, Randy!" Like, he's
Thankfully,
like appealing directly. He's like, "Randy, I know what I did. I know what happened."
It bothers me that they don't keep it rolling. They don't let you.
I
see
wanted
more
to
of that.
know.
Instead, we get to see 20 nutshot outtakes.
Oh my god.
I counted. It was 20.
Thank you
20
for
nut
counting.
shot
Thank you for
outtakes.
your service.
Oh my
It
god.
might have been 21, but it was
I am
20.
a person that enjoys a well-placed idiot movie nut shot.
Sure.
Like one of my favorites of all time is the I can't do it without laughing. Uh, is the double nut shot in Old Dogs.
Oh, yes.
And it's actually like it's a bunch of people get hit nuts all at the same time. And
Speaking of Seth Green.
It's just incredible. Exactly. It's just incredible. That movie is beyond insane. But this one, not only were there too many, there were also like not good ones. Like we get a couple of wrestling ones.
Yeah, sure. In the ring.
And
Which
then
are
we get
necessary.
but those like kind of take away from how cool the wife one should be.
Right.
Right.
Where like she follows through on a promise. Like she's gonna hurt this man if he comes anywhere near her. And she hurts him.
And she does.
Yeah.
Which is great. I feel like if you're relying too much on nut shots in a film, that you have to show a blooper reel with a kind of super cut
With 20 more.
of 20 more nut shots. Like you've relied on this trope too much. And again, that's the problem with movie.
You know what I really liked though is that we got
much.
We got the B-roll of Oliver Platt reacting to getting kicked in the nuts. Where he wasn't getting kicked anymore. They just had a camera on him. He was going. Just making like you can use whichever one you want.
But it just goes to show you that, like, you know, between the idea of like wrestling people trying to make a movie, which we've seen before on this season, particularly, and just seen it be largely a really horrific prospect.
Yeah.
And then to have the sort of creative team behind it that are really just like the fact is like all that Stephen Brill stuff is to say like he was doing kids movies. So like nut shots would be funny to somebody who saw the Mighty Ducks movies and now is a little bit older and can go watch a movie in the theater by themselves. Maybe now they want to see wrestling and nut shots. And then you got the director, this guy Brian Robbins, whose big screen debut was Good Burger in '97.
Banger.
Then he does Varsity Blues.
Banger.
Which
okay, so
Banger.
So I didn't even know what the fuck is his name? Scott Caan?
Scott Caan,
Hooligans, baby.
I've literally called this
Scott
dude
Caan?
every fucking thing that this guy's been in since Varsity Blues. I just always call this dude Tweeter. I never knew the fucking actor's name. I'm just like, Tweeter. And people are like, who the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, Tweeter, the fucking wide receiver. Like,
he also raps in that group with Alchemist, or in that duo with Alchemist.
That's right.
Well, it's short-lived in the which is probably why that House of Pain song got in the soundtrack.
Probably.
It's probably all through the Soul Assassins, cinematic universe in there.
It's a shame that this movie like flops the way it does,
but it makes sense that
it should be funny that he's dancing around listening to Britney Spears.
Yeah, well, it's a cover of Britney Spears too, and that's why it's on the headset. It's not actually her because they couldn't afford that, but they could afford to play one lit song 2 times.
I mean, like they could afford other people. They could afford Kid Rock twice.
Now, Kid Rock did that for his sis. You know what I mean?
Yes, that was
lit. That was
he still got paid though.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I know that they paid him.
But yeah, I noticed that too when I
was
was watching this. I'm like, they running back the second song, the same time. Like, like what the fuck?
It's like there's so many songs in the film, but
you couldn't get Alien Ant Farm too. Like, what the hell?
It was you couldn't get. Actually, the real thing is you couldn't get Limp Bizkit because at that time you could afford Limp Bizkit in 2000.
Right.
You could afford Limp Bizkit at that point.
Oh,
I don't think they sunk a bunch of money into music development of this one. I think they put
out a soundtrack.
My daughter's listening to this song all the time. I'm just going to throw it in the movie.
Right. Limp Bizkit was probably tied pretty heavily into WWE at that time because they were doing like the Undertaker
Correct.
song.
Okay.
Like probably about the exact same time.
This time, I'm going to let it all hang out.
Yeah.
The promo.
I mentioned Brian Robbins because I kind of want to be like just to clarify, like, so he does those 2 movies, and then like he keeps making films. Like he does like Hardball with Keanu Reeves, where Keanu Reeves coaches a little league team.
G baby,
Didn't catch that one.
G baby.
No.
He does the Shaggy Dog remake with Tim Allen as the Shaggy Dog. So there's that. And then he does a bunch of Eddie Murphy movies.
Oh yeah. Norbit.
Norbit,
Yeah.
Oh god.
Meet Dave, and
I did
1,000
meet
words.
Dave. I also didn't. I love the idea of 1,000 words, but like, I think it needs to be executed with maybe a little more grace than Eddie Murphy had left in
I
him at
pulled
that
out
point.
Eddie Murphy is my all-time favorite. I pulled out after Norbit, which
Yeah.
part of me
That's-
wants to go check out again now and just like
It's on
How-
Tubi.
I bet
I'm
it's a vibe.
positive.
I might watch it after this. I don't
keep-
think I ever saw it.
I keep threatening to go back to Adventures of Pluto Nash. Maybe it's 'cause I just saw Joey Pants. but-
That was literally the shuffle after Ready to Rumble on the Roku channel. Was the Adventures of Pluto Nash
Oh my
after
God, that's a
I watched
win.
this. I was like,
Sick.
oh, let's go. Rocket
Sick.
ship Eddie Murphy.
Oh my god. When you see something like that who makes movies like this, you go like, that person shouldn't be like making movies anymore. And a lot of times when we do these episodes, the movie we talk about tends to be like the screenwriter's last movie or the director's last movie.
Somebody
a
is
career
done
destroyer.
in Hollywood after this stinker.
Right.
Yeah.
The opposite is what happened on this one, and that's why I'm bringing this up. Because Stephen Brill had a career. We just talked about that.
Yeah.
And Brian Robbins went the executive route after this. He's been working in executive basically since his last movie, and his most recent role was president and chief executive officer of Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
The guy who directed this
Holy
movie
shit.
runs shit in Hollywood.
That's wild.
He's the Seth Rogen in the studio character.
Yeah, clearly, it's a nightmare.
Oh shit!
So just
It's like
know
this thing
Also,
was a
but,
jumping
like-
off point
Like
for
thinking
everyone.
Wow.
of this movie, and now like this dude should not be around children.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Like
At
running
all.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, well, we're back to the what's his name?
This is
Dan.
all kind of circling
Snyder.
back to Harvey Weinstein somehow. like,
all goes back to that.
like, is this guy the new Harvey?
Before we let you guys go, I feel like because of the nature of the conversation we've had, I mean, I know where I stand on this, but we often look at these things because we watch movies that are ostensibly bad movies.
Good question.
But the question that often comes to mind after we have these conversations, it's good to really do it because we've talked through a lot of the details and our experiences with it, is this a good bad movie? Whereas we identify it's a bad movie and we can agree it's a bad movie. We talk through all these different reasons why it's a bad movie. But
Bad
at the end of it, is it a good bad movie or is it a bad movie? What do you guys think?
I mean, I say it's a good bad movie because I'm a wrestling fan. So, but if this was about, I don't know, like something that I'm not into, like I don't know, something that's I don't like. I can't think of anything. Horse racing. I don't know. Like I'd be like, no, it's fucking stupid. I would have never even seen it. You know what I mean? So it was fun to go back to it because I'm like, oh, Goldberg, oh, Sting. Oh, look, there's Booker T in the corner, Ray without his mask. You know, it's like there's like fun callbacks to like,
Disco Inferno was in there.
yeah, Disco Inferno, and they call him the Disco Inferno when
Yeah.
Shivani says his name. But so like there's fun callbacks to like how much of a dumpster fire WCW was during this time. And then it like reminds me of like the WCW Mayhem video game, which was also fucking trash, you know? So like it's a good bad movie, but that good is leaning heavily on nostalgia.
If you're male 30 to 55, good bad movie. It's TRL vibes. It made me feel like I wanted to go to the mall and stop in a Journeys after I watched this. Go get a pretzel. Yeah, but like super outdated vibes, which just like nowadays gives me the heebie-jeebies because then it just opens another box of worms where it's like, oh, if they were that weird in this, were they weird forever? And just watching old movies makes me spiral. Just
Fair.
yeah, but I'm gonna watch it again super high, and I feel like I'm gonna think it's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
I did it
'Cause I
twice,
just- I
and
keep
it's not.
remembering
I don't know if I would roll with hilarious.
Okay.
I will say, with the lens of having had a conversation about how stupid it is.
Yeah. Okay. The other thing that just hit me, the fucking when he's with Rose McGowan with the chopsticks and he doesn't know how to use them.
Yeah.
That fucking took
stabs-
me out.
And he stabs it.
Fucking
He
stabs
stabs
the
the-
chicken. Okay, that was great. That just hit me right now.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I also
Yeah.
think if the first 15 to 20 minutes was better, it would be more solidified as a good bad movie. Because
It's
like
just not good for a while.
yeah, no, it starts really fucking bad. Like the
Yeah.
whole hanging the whole opening scene at the convenience store is just like really
Yeah.
bad. And when you get in, then when you later get into the storyline, it becomes a good bad movie. But
Mm,
the first 20-25 minutes is just bad.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't think it becomes good bad until they go to the
Till it's time to
WCW
wrestle.
till they go to the Nitro show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once the
I-
plot starts, we're good, but we get this like long intro, and the people we meet, I don't know, they're just not very interesting.
Right, the clerk at the
Yeah.
gas station.
There's
and
zero
the-
character building in this at all.
Right.
Yeah.
I still don't know shit about either. I'm literally trying to think.
I
of
know
their
they like
character
wrestling and that
names.
his dad's a crazy
Nothing.
cop.
Yeah,
That's what we know.
The cop family's kind of funny, you know.
Kind
Yeah.
of funny, yeah. Like it's kind of funny.
But also it's like low hanging fruit of humor is like cop culture.
yeah. The thing for me really
Well, there's a
is-
whole lot of low hanging fruit in this
Yeah,
movie.
facts.
and
Yeah.
it gets hit constantly.
Yes.
It gets kicked.
It gets hit like a
repeatedly.
pair of balls.
Seriously. Again, because I don't have the benefit of having watched wrestling during this period. I was never a WCW guy, like so this never registered. And because I'm watching it now, as opposed to in 2000, when I had probably a higher tolerance for something of this caliber, to be sure. Like, I can't call it a good bad movie. I think pacing is a huge problem with this. I think the first 25 minutes are stagnant.
Dog shit.
And they really like it points out all the problems.
The jokes are bad.
I probably texted you, Jeff, when I was watching this on the first run. I said, I haven't laughed yet. And I was probably 20 minutes in. I'm like, that's bad. If I haven't laughed once in the first one.
Trying to remember
about
the first
comedy.
time I got a laugh was really late into the film. It might have been Landau popping out and just being like,
Like,
doing his
yeah.
Landau thing, jumping around.
Landau
Like
was when I opened up.
when he's
like,
just
lit up.
yelling at the kids, like he just taught a wrestling team and he's like escorting them out by
When they're all
berating
bruised
them
up
for
and
like
shit.
not being tough enough. And they're all like bruised up and beat the shit out. Like he beat the shit out of these children. And then it's like, get out, come back to me when you're tough. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, I was not high enough when I watched this, dude.
Like
Yeah.
the beginning is just like it feels like it was just an excuse to like, oh shit, now Macho Man wants to be in it. We got to figure out a way to get him in it.
Yeah,
And I-
yeah.
And I get the
for
sense
sure.
of wanting to bookend the film with the convenience store. I do understand that. And it does help in the end to have them have been at the convenience store. But they spend far too long between the kind of dreams fantasy sequence and Scott Caan just lecturing children. Like there's no reason that needs to be as long as it is. It doesn't
Yeah,
really
I'm-
give you any sense of who these
I'm
characters
I'm
are.
not a
You
hater
learn they're
of,
losers right away.
I'm not a hater of Scott Caan by any stretch, but like a kind of like dreamboat dude who kind of looks like he could do anything he wants to do isn't the right role for like a stoner loser hanging outside of a mini mart.
But Scott Caan is
Like he's
actually
like tough
funny.
the whole time, and he is actually funny. He's just like
Not in
his
this, but he's
dialogue's
actually
bad.
funny. You know where he's great in?
And
He's
his acting
just-
partner is David Arquette. No offense, Dave, but
Yeah.
like, that duo didn't work at all for me.
No,
Yeah.
it didn't.
It never
like-
did.
Like I feel like I haven't seen anything with David Arquette that came out after this movie that I'm like, oh, that was a good performance. There's nothing
I don't
can
even
call
know
out
if I
and
could
say,
name
wow.
something he was in after this.
But the thing that I can be like
Screams.
is
Five.
this very
Oh,
Scream
yeah,
movies.
yeah,
He
yeah.
just keeps doing the Scream movies. But like I can say with Scott Caan, he did those Oceans films, Oceans 11,
Right,
12, and
right.
13, and he is fucking funny in those movies.
Everyone is great. Yeah, those are
I
great
mean,
ensemble
they're
films.
written brilliantly, but he
Yeah.
does
I don't
his
know if
lines
it was
well.
before or after this, but Boiler Room is also the shit.
Also a slammer. That's the
Boiler
thing
Room,
is
I
I
think,
like
might
that
be
dude.
before. Might be before.
I don't think either one of these dudes are right for the role. And maybe even if they had just switched them,
Mm.
like he looks more like a cop's son. He looks more like someone who, like, you could sell me the idea that Rose McGowan overlooks him being a creep
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
and is
that's-
like, "What up? Let's do this." And maybe I would have like not immediately known that she was a double agent.
Right.
From the second she was like, "Hi, you're hi," I was like, the old honeypot gag.
Now
Here
yeah.
we go.
And
I
I
guess
want-
even
We're getting
even,
honey
even
potted.
still now, like her character, like being put up to that by
Yeah.
Johnny Pants. Like there's maybe a little too much real life intertwined into that character.
Yeah, right.
It feels like this thing was planned, that they just like planted her in this thing to show everybody, look, she sucks.
It's insult
Right.
upon
She sucks
injury
now.
at the very
Yeah,
least.
exactly.
It's insult to injury for sure. So I
Goddamn
won't.
justice for Rose, bro.
Real
Jeez.
talk.
I'm not going back to this movie. I'm not coming back to it. There's other shit.
I'm with you, Gary. The nostalgia's not enough. I'm watched this twice. I had a very good time talking about it.
Yeah.
And now I get to retire it into the pantheon of wrestling movies I have seen.
Yeah. Safe bet I'm never going back to it.
If it was any other era of WCW being promoted, I might be into it. Like if they had done this during NWO or something, it might have been cool.
I'm gonna give it one more super baked watch.
Right,
I believe in you. I think you'll have a good time.
Okay, like 80 milligram, like one go watch.
You know, my favorite part of the second one is when I fell asleep with about 20 minutes to go.
Okay,
Because I was totally fucking stoned. I'd been at a party and we just chain smoked joints. And I came back on the bus and then laid down to watch the movie and was like, I shouldn't lay down. I'm done.
Hey there, Jeff.
Hi, Gary.
You know, I'm glad we ended that episode talking about the good bad question. You know, we got to the big question. And I feel like we had well, we didn't have a consensus. We definitely had like good points made about kind of what these things are.
I don't think anyone gave it like 1 star. You know what I mean?
It's interesting you mentioned stars because I did read some of the kind of contemporary critical reviews of.
Did you read Ebert?
Oh, yeah, I sure did. Ebert's one of the most interesting.
I didn't for this one. I'm scared that either he or Siskel will venture into judgment of professional wrestling, and
Ebert
I just don't think it's necessary.
I didn't read Siskel's take on it, and I didn't watch the episode that they would have discussed the movie on.
Yeah,
but I did read Ebert's newspaper review, and there's an interesting passage towards the end of it that I think is relevant to this. I'll pull it up. He says,
"Yeah, go ahead and pull it up." Listen, one time, for me, this movie is the definition of cheap heat. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say cheap heat?
Yeah, you've mentioned cheap heat. Yeah.
So cheap heat, this whole movie is centered around jokes for cheap heat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's shit jokes, there's fart jokes, there's multiple nut shots, etc., etc. It's a sophomoric moron film.
Yeah, so like in this review, he goes like Arquette and Caan shout at each other in a forlorn attempt to reproduce the chemistry of Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber, which
fair criticism.
And he says,
the best definition of cheap heat that I can give you is one time my buddy Chris and I went to a local, hyper local wrestling match. This is so local that there was a 102 Jams, the local rap station, had a DJ that could like move around in the ring, and he was wrestling in a match, and that was supposed to be the big draw.
Okay.
That's how fucking local we're talking here.
Okay, so it's just to get back to this quote for a sec. So like it's about Dumb and Dumber. He's just like, I gave that movie, Dumb and Dumber, only 2 stars, even though its dead parakeet scene caused me to laugh uncontrollably. You know, so he's comparing the two films. In that
right.
respect.
So me and Chris roll into this place, and it's like, you know, it's at a local community center, and it's us and a few parents and teachers, and then bus loads of children. And we're just like hanging around with these kids, watching wrestling and like screaming along with them. And it comes time like halfway through, it's getting a little boring. We're getting up to the DJ match coming up. And this wrestler gets announced. Nobody knows who any of these people are. So there's no reaction. There's no pop at these things.
Right. Yeah. Can I just?
And-
I just
Yeah,
want to see if they
No,
get
I'm sorry. Yeah, sure.
So I say he's talking about Dumb and Dumber, and he
Mhm.
says he gave that movie 2 stars, despite the fact that that one scene made him laugh. Because now, after sitting through Ready to Rumble, with only the occasional grudging "ha," I know better what a 2 star movie looks like. So you get this perspective.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. It's interesting.
It changed like his whole perspective on what a 2 star
Right.
movie would be, like, which I think is, which I mean,
That's
I
it.
think
That's
to
an
me-
accomplishment. So anyway,
Yeah.
this guy comes out. This wrestler comes out. I don't remember his name. He comes and there's no reason for the match. The kids are not really paying attention. Uh, we're about to like grab our stuff. This guy comes out and he grabs the mic. And he's like, oh, good. A fucking promo from some guy I don't know. He says 2 words. Greensboro sucks. He throws the mic on the ground as hard as he can. And everyone's like, boo! Everyone wails booze on him. The whole place is furious at this guy. And my buddy just leans over and he's like, that's the cheapest heat there is, really. You know what I mean? You
Jeff,
can't
you just
get any
want-
cheaper than that.
Do you just want to talk about wrestling, Jeff?
Yes.
Let's take it offline.
It's the Cabbages Podcast Network.